Today my guest is Lawrence O'Donnell. Lawrence is a much loved guest bassoonist of the Irish Chamber Orchestra. Now, it would actually be easier to list the orchestras that Lawrence hasn't played in, but suffice to say he's not only popular in Ireland. Now, what's very interesting for me is doing these interviews that when I do my research, I get to find out things about our visiting musicians that I didn't already know. And there are at least a couple of things about Lawrence that you might not know either. So Lawrence, hello, how are you doing?
Hi Matt, I'm good, thank you. It's a great honour to join you on Oboe Windfree. Thanks for having me.
Well, it's very nice of you to take the time. So the first thing I wanted to ask you was about your coaching of the National Youth Orchestra of Iraq.
Yeah.
Now, was this online? Did you go there? How did the children respond to learning classical music?
I went there, it was a while ago now. And yeah, it was in the north, in the Kurdish region, so it was pretty safe. But I did tell my mum I was going to Italy, so that she wouldn't worry. So sorry, Mum. But yeah, it was a really enjoyable experience, and I can honestly say I've never met a group of more enthusiastic, passionate children. You know, for them it was quite dangerous to play Western music. And yeah, I was astonished at how committed they were and the results as well. There were a few problems. I mean, it was a bit cruel to put a Scotsman in 40-degree heat with some questionable electricity supplies. But no, it was brilliant. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Now, something else that people might not know is one of Lawrence's brothers was the original second oboe in the Irish Chamber Orchestra. So, Lawrence, Michael must have told you all about playing in the ICO before your very first visit. I mean, did it live up to expectations?
It definitely did. Mike loved playing in the ICO. And I think what sticks is he used to sort of talk about how friendly everyone was and how enjoyable the experience was. And I think that rings true today. It's still the highest musical standards, but with a bunch of people that you'd be happy to go on holiday with. It's a special thing. And I think Mike misses it, but I'm sure he'll be really pleased to see how you've elevated the position of second oboe with your Oboe Windfree series.
Well, he had his chance, but you know, he missed it. Now, is it a good time to mention the bagpipes, I wonder? Obviously, Lawrence, do all Scottish people play the bagpipes, or is it just, ones that play the bassoon, or did the bagpipes come first, or did the bassoon come first?
The bagpipes came second. It was actually my brother Mike is the reason that I started playing them, because when he proposed to his now wife, he was worried about the cost of organising a wedding, and maybe after a few beers I said, cut the cost of the piper, I'll play them, I'll get lessons and it'll be fine. So I wouldn't say I'm a professional piper by any means, but yeah, unfortunately they got stolen in a burglary, and I think it might be a disgruntled neighbour that might have taken them. Yeah, I lived above a beauty salon in one of my last flats, and they did very relaxing hot stone treatments and things, so it didn't really work practicing bagpipes in a flat.
Right, yes. I can imagine the bagpipes, it's sort of an acquired taste, isn't it, really?
Yeah, it's horrific.
Now, I want to ask you about the wind quintet music you recorded with the ICO recently. The Gay Dance series is starting tomorrow, and this is leading up to the NCH live stream the strings of the orchestra are doing, featuring tangos. Now, I know it's a bit of a tenuous connection, but we wanted to show the wind can do dance music too. So, is there anything different about playing the bassoon in a wind quintet compared with a wind section of an orchestra? And can you pass on any tips about how to do that?
I think the main difference is there's sort of one of you, and I guess the tricky thing is getting the balance right, because you've got a sort of brass instrument thrown in that sometimes upsets it, and you've got a flute that's sort of fighting against double reeds. So I think the most important thing is finding a group of people that work well together, and being diplomatic, just nice people, and pick some nice music to play that you're going to enjoy. There's a lot of bad repertoire, but there's a lot of good repertoire. And these dancers are brilliant. We really enjoyed recording them. And I've not come across Agay before, but I did Google him, and apparently he's most famous for writing the music for the nude scene in a film called Ecstasy. But our recording is a lot cleaner, and the rumba is really good fun. It's sort of, it'll make you smile when you listen to it, and the tune sort of gets passed around the upper woodwind, and the bassoon sort of holds the rhythm, but it'll make you smile. It's like Homer in Chocolate Land. It's sort of
Fantastic.
Yeah, really nice.
And out of all the five, which one was your favourite one?
I think I loved them all, but I think the waltz is my favourite. It's just a really nice, lilting, dreamy piece. But I always like slow music. And it's just beautiful. They all are, but the waltz is my favourite. It's really nice.
Lawrence, thank you so much for taking the time to chat to me today, and I really look forward to the next time you're in Ireland and we can have a drink together.
Yeah, cheers to that.
The Dennis Agay Rumba for Wind Quintet will be available to hear on all our social media channels tomorrow. I will see you next week, so in the meantime, take care.